And we are back. Welcome back to the Copa America prediction series after a night where I did warn you that Brazil were not playing very well. All those comments from Ronaldinho going into the tournament. And I said if there was ever an opportunity for Costa Rica to get a result against Brazil, it was last night. And I think what's most scathing for that Brazilian performance is in a match where they dominated the entire match from start to finish, they only had 3 shots on target, which is just an absolute embarrassment for a nation as big as Brazil. But it meant that the game finished 0-0. And look, as I said, I won't be too disappointed with my prediction. I expected Brazil to win. That's why I did do Brazil to win as my prediction. But like I said, I warned you, there was ever an opportunity for Costa Rica to get a result. It was last night, and fair play to them for that. And also, we pretty much called the Colombia game spot on as well. So I'm not going to be too disappointed with how we actually performed, shall we say, in terms of the predictions yesterday. But that concluded match day 1. Today's video is, of course, the first day of match day 2, as we go back to Group A once again. And before we get into it, as always, if you haven't done so already, please do consider dropping a like on this video and subscribing to the channel if you're new around here, with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the content. We've already posted our Euros predictions for all 4 matches this afternoon, and then we'll be back again tonight for my post-match reaction to the England game, as well as then Euro predictions again once we get to tomorrow morning. So plenty more content for you on the channel, so make sure you are subscribed. But without any further ado, let's go for it right now. Match day 2, day 1 in the Copa America, which gets started tonight with Group A, and it is Peru taking on Canada in the opener tonight. Now, this is really tough for me to call because, look, as far as I can tell, 4 teams have played in this group so far, and only Argentina have scored. Canada lost 2-0, Peru and Chile drew 0-0. And I look at this fixture right here, and I see that Peru haven't conceded in any of their last 3 games. And I look at Canada, who haven't scored in any of their last 3 games. Granted, those games were against the Netherlands, France, and Argentina. And I go, this has got 0-0 written all over it. And I'm not going to do that because, as you know, I really hate predicting 0-0s. And I look at the likes of Jonathan David, Alphonso Davies, Tyjan Buchanan, Larin, Johnston, etc., etc. And I just think Canada will have enough to get the ball in the back of the net tonight, and I'm going to go for 1-0 Canada. It could be more, and obviously when we did the full tournament predictor, I did do Canada finish runners-up in this group because I genuinely believed that on paper they're a better side than Peru and Chile. So I have to back myself in that regard. I'm going to go 1-0 to Canada, but again, I really don't see this being anything other than one of those games where it's either 0-0, 1-0 either way, or like a 1-1 draw. I'd be shocked to see more than 3 or 4 goals in this game. I think it would be a real surprise if that did happen because of how well defensively set up Peru are. So I'm going for 1-0 Canada. We'll see what happens, but that is where I think that one is going to go. And then the later kickoff in the early hours of tomorrow morning, we'll see Chile taking on Argentina. And again, pretty tough to call because obviously Argentina, they did beat Canada 2-0, but they weren't at their absolute best. They probably could have won that game by more. And as we've already spoken about, Chile were arguably unlucky not to beat Peru. Alexis Sanchez obviously missed that golden opportunity. But other than that, it was a pretty stale game between Chile and Peru, and the 0-0 did seem about right. So I look at this now. I think it's going to be really tough for Chile to score against Argentina. They look really good, well organised defensively. The last time these two sides met was in January 2022, which was a 2-1 win to Argentina, but they did have key players missing from that lineup. They've certainly improved since then, obviously winning the World Cup as well. So I think Argentina are going to win it. I think they're going to win it again by a margin of 2-0. Could see it being a 3-0, maybe even a 4-0 if they really play to their maximum. But I think, again, 2-0 is just about right. Don't really see Chile causing them too many problems. Certainly offensively, they may be able to restrict them, maybe try and get another 0-0 draw out of it. But I would be surprised to see Chile get a goal in this game. I think Argentina should be in full control of the match from start to finish. And I think, like I say, 2-0 is just about right. But as always, you guys let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. Tough one to call. Like I said, this group is very much about defensive solidarity and taking your chances when they come. So it was always going to be tough to place where these teams ended up going. But that's what I'm going for today. 1-0 to Canada and 2-0 to Argentina. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I'll be back, like I said, at the end of the England game tonight for my post-match reaction. And of course, if you want Copa America predictions again, they'll be back at the same time tomorrow for Group B. I'll see you there.